Across the South, suppression tactics like literacy tests and poll taxes are widely used to prevent black citizens from voting. In Selma, local activists have been fighting these illegal measures for decades. In 1965, the national movement joins their fight.
Selma was a city about 36,000 people at the time I was growing up. It was a city that was dominated by the white power structure. It was a city where black people had no rights. This was a vicious, violent system against people of African descent. You could die trying to register to vote, and wasn't nobody gonna do anything about it.
Like Bull Connor in Birmingham, Sheriff Jim Clark has Selma under tight control. To prevent marches and mass protests, he issues a citywide injunction prohibiting the public assembly of groups larger than 3 people.
Every time we marched, there was a possibility that we would never see our mama again.
I think a lot of us feared for safety. But when you place the fear of safety in the midst of the practice of oppression, you don't have much choice.
Local activist Amelia Boynton has been leading the grassroots movement, fighting for voters' rights in Selma.
Mrs. Boynton had been registering voters since 1932, and she's one of the unsung heroes of this movement. It was at her request that we came to Selma. The churches that tried to have voter registration meetings, Jim Clark wouldn't let anybody in. And he had literally created a police state.
This courthouse does not belong to Sheriff Clark. This courthouse belongs to the people of Dallas County, and these are the people of Dallas County, and they have come to register. You must realize that this is a national issue. It's not a Selma issue. It's not an Alabama issue. This is a national issue.
The SCLC intends to make this injustice an issue the nation can't ignore. Selma will be the starting point for a 50-mile march to the State House in Montgomery, where the people will present their demands to Governor Wallace himself. 500 protesters with activist John Lewis in the lead set out for the Capitol. But just across the bridge, Sheriff Clark is waiting with an army of deputies.
Once you get to the apex of the bridge, there ain't no turning back. You got to go now. You got to move. So you can't walk down there scared. And so we kept on walking. And we got down to the bottom of the bridge.
When they told us to stop, you can see the horses. You can see them. They were ready. Their shoes was shiny. They had everything. Nobody expected Sunday to be bloody because the cameras was there. The whole world was watching.
We thought they were going to be arrested, but instead, Sheriff Clark rode through the crowd on horseback, beating people.
John Lewis and them said, let's get on our knees and pray. And as we was praying, that's when you heard them gas caps open up. And when you heard them open up and you open your eyes, went up with that white gas all around you. Then they said, y'all got to get out of here. A couple of people was hurt. Some people went directly to the hospital.
Selma organizer Amelia Boynton is among those brutally beaten on the bridge, knocked unconscious by a billy club.
We thought she was dead. The reason we thought she was dead because they put her on a hearse and take her to the hospital.
CBS interrupted the showing of Judgment at Nuremberg on that Sunday night to show those peaceful protesters being beaten on that bridge.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
It woke up many parts of America that had turned away from fully understanding what the fight for equal rights was really all about.